Hey everyone, if you opened your email this morning and saw a message from me about a specific kind of discomfort, then this is going to resonate. But let's be real, it's going to resonate with you anyways because I'm going to talk about it in this episode. It's that itchy, restless feeling that shows up when you're doing the, quote unquote, right. You're tapped into your faith, you're doing the work, and you're listening, and yet the sky is still silent and clarity hasn't arrived. You're like, what the hell? Well, friends, today I want to go deeper into that. I want to talk about why we turn that silence into a weapon against ourselves. If you're human, you've probably done this. And how we can find a beautiful and radical kind of self-love right in the middle of the not yets. So grab your coffee, your drink of choice, take a deep breath, and let's unblock our blessings. Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome to Unblock Your Blessings. I'm Vicky Labrilia, your travel-sized emotions coach, helping you navigate the roller coaster ride of emotions, revelations, and all that comes with adulting. Get comfy because we're about to dive into the nitty-gritty of unblocking all that emotional weight and letting the sun shine right back into your life. Remember to like, share, follow, and subscribe, and of course, leave an honest review at the end of this episode. It's free, it means the world to me, and it helps this podcast reach more ears. So, friends, as a coach, I see this every single week. When a woman doesn't know her next steps, even a guy, when a guy doesn't know his next steps, the first instinct isn't usually, oh God, he must be preparing me for something amazing. Yeah, no, that doesn't happen. We hear the usual, well, what is wrong with me? Especially us women. As I am thinking, oh, am I missing a sign? Am I not worthy of the answer yet? We truly turn uncertainty inwards. We take it like it's an identity of our own. We take a delay in the physical world and turn it into a deficiency in our own character. But I want you to hear this clearly. Waiting is not a sign of failure. For the people in the back, waiting is not a sign of failure. It is not a punishment. Sometimes self-love looks like trusting yourself enough to stay exactly where you are without apologizing for it. Friends, you aren't stuck. You're being held in a space where God is moving at a pace that is deeper than your need for certainty. How's that feel in between your ears? Okay, stick with me, friends. This is for you. There is a place where faith and self-love meet. It is the intersection where you stop forcing answers and start honoring your own humanity. Now, who likes being stuck in an intersection? Yeah, nobody raised their hand. Nobody said, oh yeah, that's fine. I do my makeup in the car. I listen to music. No, we don't like being stuck. But guess what? This is the place where faith and self-love meet. So think about it like this for a second. Being human means being limited. It means we don't have the bird's eye view. Faith is trusting that He, our higher power, has the view. Self-love is trusting that you are allowed to be in the dark and still be completely okay. Friends, this is hitting home. I think I needed to hear it just as much as you. When you pressure yourself to figure it out, you're actually telling yourself that your peace is dependent on your performance. How many of us beautiful souls listening right now have felt that way? When you pressure yourself to figure it out, you actually are telling yourself that your peace is dependent on your performance. You're probably saying, I'll love myself and be calm once I have the map. But the blessing and shifts are felt and found in saying, I love myself enough to be peaceful even while I'm lost. So, how do you actually do this? How do we sit gently with our unfinished fill in the blanks? Well, friends, I want to give you a question to carry you through the week. One that I shared in my email if you're on my email list, and I want to explain it a little bit more here. Where can I offer myself more grace instead of pressure? Again, where can I offer myself more grace instead of pressure? So if you're in business and your business isn't growing as fast as you want, grace. If you are healing and it feels like it's taking you 2 steps backwards, grace. If you're still waiting for that relationship or that breakthrough, girl, grace. Pressure says, hurry up so you can be worthy. How many of you felt that way? How many of you ever felt the pressure of the world or the situation or what's coming? Yeah, you're human with a heartbeat. Of course you have. But guess what? The grace says you are already worthy, so you can take your own time. See, when we remove the pressure to be done, we actually unblock the energy God needs to work. You stop clenching your fists and you open your hands. Wow. How many of us block a lot of things coming our way because we're simply too stubborn or in our own way? I'm sure more of us do, and maybe some of us admit it more than others, and that's okay. This isn't a who does it, who doesn't. But the fact still remains is that you are already worthy. Period. No ifs, ands, buts about it. And you get to take your time. So I want to leave you with this final thought today. Yes, this is a shorter episode, but it doesn't need to be long to prove a point and to help you think about what you can work on to move yourself forward this week. You don't have to rush yourself to be worthy. You don't have to have the 5-year plan to be successful in this moment. If you're feeling the weight of the not yet, I invite you to connect in. Connect with my Facebook group. Connect with people that move you forward, that light your soul on fire. I'm going to be starting a thread in the very near future. It's probably going to be up by the time you hear this podcast episode in your ears. And it's specifically about the waiting room. I want to hear what you're waiting on and how we can pray for you, support you, and offer up whatever support you need so you yourself feel more grace this week. Friends, you are so loved. You are so seen by the right people. And even in the silence, even in the deafening silence sometimes, you are being led. I can't wait to share this space with you in the next one. Hey there, amazing humans. Before you go, I want to know if you want to be a guest on Unblock Your Blessings. Do you feel called to share the stories with others? If so, grab the link below this episode and submit your request to be a guest on my show. The world needs to hear your story, your voice, and your wisdom. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Unblock Your Blessings. If you found this episode helpful, enjoyable, or just freaking awesome, please share this episode with your loved ones on social media with the hashtag UnblockYourBlessings. Your honest review matters to me, so please take a minute or two to write your review. Until next time, my friends.